Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another episode. I'm Yasmyn
And I'm Madison,
and this is MYLFS Podcast.
also known as Madison, Yasmyn, and Little Friends.
So, on today's episode, we are going to be talking about
Red flags.
red flags in
Guys.
baby daddies, partners, significant other,
Relationships.
even friends.
Yeah, I feel like you can, because it's a
It
relationship.
can kind of apply to both
Yeah.
sometimes. And we have a lot of experience with men with a lot of red flags.
Yes, we do.
So, we're here to share you guys and give you guys all the warning signs so you don't end up like us.
Well,
No, I'm just kidding.
that one might be.
We're here to give you guys all of the warning signs so you know when
What to look for.
Yeah, what to look for and when to run away. Yeah.
So, of course, we have the question of the week. And this week this is from Katie Beniski. The worst thing your baby daddy has said.
So, mine's a little bit extreme. I think our last episode was talking more in depth about our baby daddy stories. Mine's a little bit extreme because my baby daddy was a little bit extreme.
Yeah, hers was more psychotic baby daddy.
Yeah.
Mine is just
toxic.
yeah.
Worst thing he ever said was that he was gonna I feel like
Off
I'm not
himself.
even himself or other people if I left him. So what's yours?
Red flag. Mine is kind of like a story time with it too. My baby daddy had cheating accusations against him when I was pregnant, and I lived in Delaware and he lived in Maryland. And the adult thing to do is hey, let's work it out and have a whole conversation in person rather than on the phone.
Yeah, definitely.
So I was like, why don't you come to my house and stay the weekend and we'll talk it out.
And this is while you're pregnant.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just have a full mature conversation and really figure it out. And I was like, but the only thing is you will have to sleep in the other room or on the couch because it's just you don't want even the accusation you just don't want to sleep with somebody.
I mean, yeah, I feel like it always leads to
something more.
Maybe forgive them more easily because it's
and that's just not something that was a boundary of mine.
Yeah.
And he was yeah, I'm not coming because I can't sleep with you. So he didn't come.
Red flag.
Yep. And then literally we broke up a couple days after because I was yeah. It just shows intentions. That was pretty big, pretty important.
Oh my god, yeah.
Especially because I was having a baby.
Yeah.
And
it's no, he doesn't actually want to put in the effort.
Yeah, exactly. It's what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's something you need to have a conversation in person. Don't do it over the phone.
Yeah, and it's him that's being accused, so he needs to be the one to make an effort if he cares and wants to fix things.
I thought I was being a pretty big person.
Oh my god, yeah.
To okay, let's sit down.
You're giving him a chance to redeem himself.
Exactly.
And which even he didn't deserve.
If it was an accusation or true, it's still something that needs to be talked about.
Yeah.
And you should have the decency to want to sit down and have a conversation.
It's giving guilty.
Exactly.
Yep. Before we get into all of the red flags, Madison and I both put together
our own separate lists.
And we haven't looked at each other's yet.
Yeah, so it's kind of a blind reaction.
Yeah. So we put together a list of red flags from our personal experiences, past relationships, past situationships,
talking stages, all of it.
And we're gonna read them and react to each other's. But before we do that, I want to disclaimer, I guess these might not apply for everybody.
Yeah.
Some of these are some of these are pretty clear, serious red flags, but some might just be more
funny.
Personal, yeah. Or just personal preference on a certain type of that you might have.
Yeah, I feel everybody has a different who they like or different boundaries and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. So, which is okay.
Yeah, absolutely. It's based off your own.
Yeah, if you like psychopaths, that's fine.
Go for it.
Okay, let's get into it.
I'm so excited.
Mine is in no particular order.
Neither is mine.
So, do you want to go first or should I go first?
Let me go first.
Okay, go ahead.
Should I start out with a serious one or should I start out with a funny one?
I'm just going in the order I wrote it.
Okay. I'll just do that too, so I don't get lost because that would happen.
Yeah.
My first red flag is like when boys degrade the things you like to do. It happens actually like quite a bit.
That's so
Or, like,
true. I did not even think about that. That's
like,
so true.
Make fun of you for doing it. Like, obviously, like, I like posting on social media, taking pictures, and like being creative.
Yeah.
And like with the people that I've been with in the past, they would like degrade it and downplay the importance of it.
Oh my gosh, I hate that.
So that's
I've had guys do that too.
I'm like, you do you, I'll do me, and I'll support you, but that means you have to support me too.
That's like almost manipulative, I feel like.
Yeah, and they like make you kind of feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like it's that's just gonna make you feel small.
Yeah, I'm like,
rude.
Mean.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I'm excited to hear yours.
Okay, so here's the first one that I wrote. Like falling in love or like being obsessed too early on. I feel like that's a pretty obvious like red flag.
Yeah.
But I used to see that like a lot of these red flags are things that I used to be like so like okay with when I was whatever like 16.
The young love.
15. But now I'm like, wow, that was such a red flag and I should have like ran in the opposite direction.
It's giving desperate.
Yes, desperate. But in normally like I feel like personally I'm an Aquarius and I feel like I hate when people are obsessed with me. But like, okay, I respect people less when they're obsessed with me, but I like that they're obsessed with me.
You like the mean streak, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like if somebody like when I was in high school, like if somebody like wasn't obsessed with me or like didn't want me, then I like wanted them more.
So you
and then once they were
game.
obsessed with me, yes. Once they were obsessed with me, then I was like not interested.
It's also like it just shows their dependency on you.
Yes, definitely. It's like was codependent.
Like 100%. I get it to an extent, like being dependent on each other, you know, for some things, but you also have to have that independency within yourself.
Yeah.
To be able to make a good, balanced, healthy relationship work.
Definitely. I think that's another thing that I have, like kind of similar to that.
Mm-hmm. It's just simple. Like this is like feel like for any relationship, it's just no effort.
Yeah.
You have to have some sort of like. I feel like it should be 50-50, and if you like the other person's lacking a little bit, you know, make up for the effort, and then the next time you might be lacking a little bit, that person makes up for it. That
is so impressive. I feel like that you recognize that, 'cause I feel like it took me a while to like realize that, and like even with Logan, like that we like whenever he's maybe like having a bad day, that I have to be the one to pick up more.
Yeah, and then
like vice versa.
He'll do it for you the next time.
Yeah.
But like there's still that balance to it where it's like on and off, you know?
Yeah.
Where you guys are doing it together.
Yeah.
And then there's just gonna be those days where it's like 50-50, but like just effort in general is so important in a relationship because it shows that you care.
Yeah. Versus one person just like always being drained and the other person just taking.
Just like filling your cup, you know? Yeah. Eventually, if you're the only one putting like in all the effort, you have nothing.
Yeah.
And then you literally are just like in the negatives.
Definitely.
So
doesn't make an effort, or like they don't make an effort to get close with your family and like have a relationship with your family, which I think we might have talked about.
We did like hint on it for sure.
But that's definitely like was a really big red flag in some of my past relationships.
Agreed.
Yeah. It's just weird. Like if they don't want to be close with your family, then like I feel like if you're not dating to get serious, then it's like point? So, and like if you're gonna get serious, like they're gonna become a part of your family.
Yeah.
So like that's obviously important.
It is important.
Yeah.
Mine kind of follows on that. Like if your family doesn't like them.
Yeah.
My family did not like him.
Yeah.
And
but also I feel like if they don't want to make an effort to get close with your family, then your family's also going to see that as red flag and not like them.
And in the end, like they were right. Like all the things they did tell me, and like we're like, hey, like maybe you should like look at this a little more seriously, or don't you think this? And I like had blinders onto it. And I was like, always would make excuses. And in the end, like once I like really started to like, you know, look at it more seriously, they were right. Yeah. Like my mom.
I feel like they always are. Like there's definitely like that doesn't apply for everyone.
But for the most time, like your family always has your heart, like the best interest for you.
Yeah.
And you do have to take that
hopefully most of the time.
Yes, most of the time. But like take that into consideration.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, this one for me.
Oh gosh.
This is like maybe whatever. If they don't have a job. Like, maybe that's stupid, but I just remember when I got together with Layla's dad, like, I was working, like, all summer, and he, like, didn't.
Yeah, where did he get his money?
Yeah. But for some reason, like, I don't know, I feel like that should be a red flag if like they,
It is.
or not necessarily just like not having a job, because obviously like everybody has their own, like some people might be in school and like more just like if they have no like drive or like
No motivation
or like even have like want to have any type of idea or plan for their future.
I agree.
Like if they have just
like
yeah,
an ick.
it definitely is an ick. Like
You're
it's
like,
like, well, what are you
you
doing with your
doing?
life? Like figure it out. You can't just
Exactly.
hang out with your friends and be the
Drug
local
dealer.
weed dealer forever. Like that's
When are you gonna grow up?
yeah.
When you're trying to see if someone's gonna be a good fit for your future, like
Yeah.
are they gonna be good husband material?
Exactly. You have to consider that if you're like serious with someone. If you're like sleeping with somebody, like you kind of have to think about what they're gonna be
Yeah.
like as a
Partner.
potential husband, yeah, or partner or parent. Like if you're sleeping with a guy,
Do think about that.
you have to think about how they're gonna be as a dad. Like
And you can't change them.
yeah, you can't.
As much as you think you can.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, at least in my experience, that shit doesn't work.
It does not. I used to have that
The
like
mentality.
the wanting to fix people. I wanted like a sad broken boy that I could like fix and like help
didn't
become
want
better.
that, but like there's like some things you think like, oh, like if they're with me, like I'll make them a better person.
Yeah, it's almost like I feel like a personal like ego thing. Like I almost thought like I was gonna be like doing like him a favor, like helping him be a better person, whatever. Gross.
Or like even like his personal beliefs a little bit. Not like you should change, but like,
yeah,
like wanting kids, wanting to be married, like all those things. Like you can't really change that about somebody.
You really can't. And obviously like to an extent you have to be able to meet in the middle for some things. Like if you are in a serious relationship and you are like determined to work on it. Like me and Logan like don't agree on like everything.
But like
for the most part.
compromise.
Yeah, exactly. Like we have to compromise on some things.
Which is important because then it's like also give and take.
Exactly, yeah. You can't like once you're in a serious relationship, you can't just like have everything your way forever, you know?
No.
Yeah. Which sucks because I'm a control freak, so I've had to like kind of like let down my guard in that sense.
Probably a good thing though.
It is a good thing. It puts like me out of my comfort zone in a good way.
And it's like self-growth.
Exactly.
The next red flag is, this might be like too, I don't know. This is just, I guess, more for me, is when they're too charming to other people.
Yes.
But then in private, they are not that way.
Yeah.
And then they'll talk like badly about the people they were just charming to.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay, you just are two-faced.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to know the story, like who that was. Maybe later.
like he would just be like so like have like the best conversation with everyone, so friendly, but then like we would get in his truck and he would be like like just talk bad about them and be like they're such an idiot or da, da, da. I'm like,
oh, that is such a red flag.
why did you just like have a full-on conversation like, oh hey dude, like
yeah, that's just also like I feel like that's immaturity. It's like putting in like energy where it doesn't need to be put.
Yeah, I'm like, if you just like
give me that energy, you know, like
yeah,
I've heard people say that like overly nice.
Yeah, like
yeah.
you can just be like wave if you don't like them. Like you don't have to have a full conversation. Like, how's your dog?
Yeah,
you know, or because you don't care. So why are you putting in that effort?
Yeah, fake. Okay, so I feel like this is just a lot of guys, so it's kind of hard, like, because it's just a lot of guys, but like overly likes to play video games. It's like a little bit of an ick.
The video games gets
Logan
me.
does it. Sorry, Logan.
When I
He
think
doesn't as much, but like he used to like be, I don't know, video games just give me the ick. I'm so sorry, Logan. I love you.
Video games to me, this reminds me of like that 13-year-old boy who doesn't have any friends, who's sitting in his dark room in his
like
video
screaming at kids. Like
yes, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, video games are just a no for me. Like obviously, like it's fun. Like even I sometimes like I used to play like Mario and like whatever like fun stuff.
I was never into that, any of it.
I liked it a little bit and like to an extent, but it's like when it's like too much.
Yeah.
But like Logan and all his friends play video games, so sorry guys, you're all disgusting.
The next one for me is when they like dull your sparkle.
Oh,
that one hurts.
Yes,
it really does.
Yeah,
I have a story for it.
Okay, what is it?
Okay, so obviously, like, you know, I'm pretty like introverted, but like when I get comfortable, like I'm more outgoing.
Yes,
and like a little funnier maybe. God, I hope.
Oh God, this is gonna break my heart. Okay, sorry, keep going.
Okay, so like I vividly remember driving with this guy who was, it's my baby daddy.
This guy.
And like I was like comfortable in the relationship finally, and he had like the radio on and like whatever, and I was like dancing and singing, like just like being funny.
Yeah.
And he just like looked so miserable and like looked over and he was just like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "You're embarrassing me." It was just me and him in the car.
No.
And I was like, "What?" He was like, "You're literally embarrassing me right now." I was like,
That's so mean.
I'm sorry, but
Wait, when was that? Were you pregnant?
no, it was like before. Yeah.
That's so mean.
I feel like when someone's comfortable, like that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't dance and sing in front of people. Like, that's just like not my personality unless I'm drunk. And sometimes not even then. It just like depends on who I'm around.
Yeah.
So like the fact that he was like, and I hate being embarrassed. And that made me feel so embarrassed.
That's so mean.
Because I was like, I felt comfortable. And then all of a sudden I was like, I felt like that was taken
the worst. I just feel like
from me.
curl into a ball and like
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what? And I actually got like really upset at him because it's like, why? Like, I'm your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like being like embarrassing quote unquote and funny is like should be cute. Like I feel like Logan, whenever I like will just do something that's like obviously stupid and embarrassing, will like finds it cute, not like just like what are you doing?
And he was like so serious. He's like, "Can you stop?" And I was like, ugh.
That's so mean.
Of course I kept going, but
good. Okay, my next one. This one I feel like is a little bit controversial lately. I've seen a lot of things that are like, I don't know, I guess this can just be controversial, but they don't pay on the first or like early dates and just like expect you to.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Which is also like, I definitely don't believe like, oh, a guy should just like pay for everything. But like I was saying, if you have like no motivation, like I feel like especially when you're like younger, I don't know, I feel like there's just no excuse for like not being able to like unless you have a serious excuse for not being able to like have a job when you're like a teenager in school.
Usually, but parents or family member will give you money too, like if you're younger.
Exactly. But like especially if they just like don't have an excuse. So I remember like our first date like with my baby daddy, like my ex.
Did you pay?
Yeah, I paid. And it was because like we went to eat and he like the bill came and he literally just looked at me and like waited and I was like
that's embarrassing for him.
It is. And it's like there was just this man was literally a walking red flag. Like it was red flag, red flag, red flag. Just and I was just like, oh, but he's so cute. Like, here's my credit card. Like, but
that's awful.
Yeah.
I feel like I will always like offer, be like, oh, like I can split it or I'll pay, you know?
Yeah.
But like sometimes it's also to see what they say, because I want them to be like, no, I got it, because it's like.
But also like then I don't see that as like a forever thing either though. Like
I don't either.
Because I mean obviously now like Logan and I.
In the beginning though, like it just shows
definitely
a little bit.
Definitely. And in the beginning, and like with Logan, he like had a job like and he didn't like come from money, and like he worked a job and he like would offer to like pay for stuff. When we got together, like I made money from like doing social media YouTube stuff and he like would help me with that. And not to say that like if you're just like casually dating or like I don't know, if you're dating for like a while, that like the guy should like always pay for everything 100% of the time.
I actually don't think they should.
I don't think so either. No, not at all.
I think it's also like a good balance. In the beginning, it's good to at least show like, oh, I want to take care of you. Yeah, exactly. I find it so like it literally just makes me want to gag when guys will like baby talk to you. Oh, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, same. Oh, same.
It's so bad. I'm like, I'm not a child. Somebody, like, they would do it to me, and I'd be like, I literally actually told him, I was like, you gotta stop.
Wait, like, okay, because I feel like in a demeaning way or in, like, a cutesy way?
Both.
Okay, both.
But, like, the cutesy way, I'm like, gag.
Yeah.
Like, please don't talk to me like that.
Yeah, agreed.
It's just so, like...
No, yeah, I think that's
It's gross. Not sexy, and it's, like, such a turn off for me, because I'm like, I want you to be, like, manly and like throw me down, like not like, oh, you're so cute, princess. Like, sorry,
ew.
That's not me. So I guess it's my personal preference.
Yeah. Okay, so one of mine is, which I experienced a lot with, actually multiple guys that I was with back in high school. They blow up your phone when you're not with them, or like not answering, or like just like when they know you're with friends, like they blow up your phone.
Really? I've never had that happen to me.
Yeah, that's how
nobody's ever been obsessed with me, so
I'm obsessed with you.
Okay. That is weird though, because it's like,
yeah, it's annoying, and it's just like it gives desperate and
like
controlling.
they want all of your attention.
Yes, and they just like want to know like what you're doing all the time. Like it just like gives like desperate, insecure,
jealous,
yeah, and that like definitely is a turn off, and also just a red flag, because it's like,
because also you're supposed to have your time with your friends.
Yeah, and if they won't give you that, it's like they just want to control you. Almost.
Yeah, and like we talked about last episode, like they kind of want to isolate you a little bit.
Yes, definitely.
And that's not good.
Manipulative. We're gonna do a intermission. Before we finish off with the rest of our red flags, we each have another list of red flags from Luke, our audio
producer
guy. Never wanting to cook. Definitely red flag for me. Logan cooks all of our food. I hate cooking.
I was going to say it would be a red flag for me because I'm not the best, so I would need some help.
Yeah.
Wait, read it.
Patting pizza with a napkin.
I do that.
I definitely do. I do that too. I feel like if I saw a guy do it though, it would give me the ick. Like, but not like a red flag.
Yeah, say
just an ick.
I do that too. Like, I don't like grease.
Yeah. Sleeping with socks. I don't see that as a problem.
I don't either, but I don't do it because...
Yeah, same. Yeah. I have to take my socks off.
I do too. It's weird. I like when those people when I'm in bed, I have to like rub my feet together.
When they push a pole door.
Okay, well, that's me every day. That was me yesterday.
Literally, we went to our friend's apartment weeks ago for Thanksgiving, and it literally clearly said pole or whatever, and then she did the opposite. But then I also messed it up, so like I couldn't even laugh at her. And then we went to the same apartment, and then it happened again.
Yesterday.
Madison, yesterday. Did the same exact thing, and I was like, no, you did not. I hate when it happens to me. Especially when it says it on the door.
Yeah, it's like, oh, should have known.
But yeah, with a guy, definitely would be an ick, but like...
I feel like that's like my personality in a nutshell.
Yeah. No. Loving amusement parks / rides.
Green flag for me because
green flag. That's fun. That's fun. I feel like if you don't, like, that's lame.
Now it's a red flag if you don't want to wait in those lines.
True.
Because then you're
just it's getting impatient.
Mm-hmm.
Never been in a long-term relationship. I feel like it depends on your age, I guess.
Yeah, it does.
And I feel like that wouldn't be a red flag for me.
Not really for me either. Because you never know, like, what happened in their past. And I try to not think of, like, past relationships, like, to define somebody.
Yeah, because you can't, because we've all had, like, past people. So, like, imagine if they think
like,
that about us.
I have a child in my past relationship.
Exactly.
So it's, like, I don't really want them to define me as, like,
based
my past. Right. So I'm not going to define somebody on theirs.
Yeah.
Unless you're, like it's, like, really bad.
Or if you just, like, have a history of treating girls really badly.
Yeah, but, like, the minor things, like, I would, like, you know.
Yeah. Or if you, like, cheated on people a lot. Or
that would be, like,
not at all.
Be more like, okay, that's not good.
Yeah.
But if it's something, like, I don't know, you guys just didn't communicate it well, or you just weren't good together.
Yeah.
You know, like, I would understand that.
I honestly feel like it's more of a green flag if you haven't been in a long-term relationship, because then it's, like, feels better to, like, be that person's, like, first. Like, because, I mean, even, like, I was in a 9-month relationship in the beginning of high school. I don't really consider that, like, serious because we were, like, super young. So, like, Logan is really, like, is my first long-term relationship.
Yeah.
And I feel like sort of same for him-ish.
I guess I really haven't... I don't know. Like, would you consider my like the one I just got out of?
Yeah.
A long term?
That was what, 2 years?
It's like a year and a half.
Yeah.
But I was like younger too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like it's your age.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Now, if you're like 30.
Yeah, and you've never been in a serious relationship.
That would give me like a little more of like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah.
But if you're like our age, like I kind of understand.
Definitely. Oh God, they have a relationship with their ex. Red flag.
I'm done.
I feel like it's like that's kind of something that's like it doesn't really matter what the circumstance is.
Okay.
Like that's just a red flag.
My first boyfriend like had this girl liked him and I knew that. But like he never was interested in her and we were together and he would still like hang out with her and be friendly with her and like get coffee together or like they went on a trip together with all their families and stuff and I was totally okay with that, but like I shouldn't have been because he broke up with me. Pretty sure I have a feeling he cheated because like a week later they were together, but he's married to her now.
Madison.
So, I mean, it kind of worked out.
Good for them.
Yeah,
Good for them.
I'm actually, like, happy about it.
But like, obviously, red flag.
Yeah, like, it was worth it. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
I basically got them there.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So.
Yeah, no, definitely red flag.
So that's why I'm like, I would consider that definitely a red flag.
So they make plans for you guys themselves. Definitely green flag. 100% green flag.
I like that as
well. And I feel like girls, I guess this doesn't go for everyone. Like, I hate to, like, just group girls and guys together for, like, everything. But I know for me, at least, and for a lot of girls like when guys just kind of lead. And, like,
I do.
Pick where we're going to eat. And, like, pick everything.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously not, like, be controlling about everything. But, like, if a guy, like, makes a whole itinerary, like,
it shows, like, so much, like, effort is into it.
Effort and, like, being able to lead, which is an important trait for a long-term partner, a father, a husband, like, being able to lead and just make the plans.
That would be kind of hot, actually.
Yes, major green flag. Always being late.
Red flag.
Red flag.
To yourself.
Okay, wait, I was literally gonna say this in this podcast episode. I thought about it earlier. On one of our last episodes, Madison said that her least favorite thing about me is that I'm always late, and I know that I'm always late, and it's because I'm an Aquarius, and someone DM'd me after the podcast episode and said, I am also an Aquarius, a February Aquarius, and I am also always late. So therefore, I am justified and excused.
There you go. Validated.
I'm kidding. I just thought that was really funny.
No.
I was like, damn.
It is a red flag, but, like, sometimes you just have to go with it. Like, it's just...
Yeah. No, it is. It is a red flag, but Logan put up with it, so...
Yeah, it's
Madison
not...
puts up with it.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
You just learn to live with it.
Yeah. It's just, like, I am the center of my universe, and everyone else is, so it's like, if I'm late, you're on my time. I'm kidding.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay. When they keep... bringing up astrology is the next one. I'm done. Take us back.
Yeah, to me, that's a little red flag. Just kidding.
Oh my god. I'm actually not, like, an astrology freak, I swear. That was a joke. That was actually just really bad timing.
Perfect timing for it.
I
think it's kind of cool, but, like, not to bring into, like, a conversation. And honestly, if a guy... This is probably so sexist. But if, like, a guy brings it up, I'm like, oh, you're weird.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like that's really cool. Like, I love when Logan, like, talks about, like, he'll always be like, oh, like, me and, like, whatever, our friend, like, are both Virgos. Like, I think it's a green flag. Whatever, you guys are lame.
Like, but it's, like, every conversation, like, to an extent.
Okay, yeah.
Where,
but
like,
that's, like, anyone.
He, like, drinks his coffee. I'm like, I'm a Cancer.
God, I'm such a Cancer. Drinking my coffee.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, true.
No.
Definitely. When it's excessive, like, calm down.
Yeah, but, like, it's just, like, a fun conversation. Sure.
Yeah. Go for a kiss on the first date.
Oh, 100%.
Red flag or green flag?
Green flag.
Okay, I was gonna say green flags.
No, that's, like, needed.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's really bold.
It is bold.
I used to just be, like, so nervous. So if, like, somebody else, like, made the move.
To, like, get it done with.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I would, like, and do it in, like, the beginning of the day. Okay, I had this one guy.
Whoa, like, kind of nice to meet you.
Yeah, no. Leave his name out.
Okay.
Literally did that. Like, when he picked us up to go to the aquarium, he literally was like, we got in the car and, like, was like, hey, how are you? And, like, kissed me. And I was like,
oh
wait,
my god.
That's a green flag.
Wow.
Like, that was good.
That's crazy.
Because it just showed, like, obviously.
Just being bold. Like,
yes. And plus, like, they talk about it during text. And if you talk about it during text, like.
Yeah. And then you don't act on it.
Yeah. Like, do it.
Oh my god, wow, that's so cute.
And then we made out in the car later. It was so nice.
Wait, yeah, no, I was gonna say, I feel like that's, like, the best, like, in high school. Because, like I said, I would always just be nervous when they just, like, make the move. And it's, like, you're so surprised, but it's, like.
I actually was surprised.
Like, okay.
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. But,
didn't expect it.
Oh, yeah, this is funny. Logan and I don't agree on when our first kiss was. Like, really? I think that our first kiss was a certain time, and he's like, no, it was a different time. But, like, I feel like I would remember that, don't you think?
Yeah, I feel like out of both of you,
yeah,
probably would be you.
Yes.
That's weird. When does he think?
I don't know when he thinks it was, but I have, like, a specific story, and he was like, no, there's no way that's, like, what it was.
Was he drunk? Were you drunk?
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, but anyway.
Well, at least you have two stories.
Yeah, true. It's so fun. Definitely wasn't the first date, but they have more than one crazy ex. Yeah, if you have more than one crazy ex, like, you're the problem. I only have one, so.
And I mean, I feel like he's not crazy, so like my exes aren't crazy.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I would see that as a red flag.
I would too. I'd be like, ooh. Because I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like,
true, that would make me feel like, oh, is that your type? Like, do you think that I'm crazy?
Yeah, I'd be like, wait a second. I'm not like those girls.
Yeah, that's funny. And also, it's just kind of like scary to have to like worry about.
Yeah, like what if they're gonna
like hate you and like,
yeah,
you never know.
Like,
oh god.
Now girlfriend.
Oh god.
Definitely
about
take out.
Alright, back to our personal red flags. Okay.
Should you start or should I start?
You were next because I was the last one.
Okay, this is like, all right. So obviously, I don't think like presents are that. Like, I don't like getting presents necessarily, but I do like the thought of something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially on your birthday.
Like,
I love my birthday, and I'm not saying I want a ton of gifts, but like, it's just nice to know people like think about you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm more of a person like write me a letter, and I would be so happy.
Yeah.
Like, I love words of affirmation, and if I could choose a present, it would be like someone to write me a letter.
Aww.
That's why I don't know. That's why I got everybody to write Sawyer a letter on her first birthday.
Oh, that's so cute.
Because like, what if she likes that?
Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm not a birthday person, like present wise.
Yeah.
But I think it's nice if you at least give your girlfriend a birthday present.
So you're saying like not giving gifts when you should definitely give gifts is a red flag. Yeah.
It is, especially if the other person gives you gifts all the time too.
Definitely.
And like good gifts.
Yeah, definitely.
But
I honestly will say that is a fault of mine is I used to be really bad at giving gifts and like I would always stress about it because I like wanted to give good gifts, but like, I wasn't good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then like with Logan, like our first Christmas, I did so terrible. Like I tried to just get like funny, cute things. Like I didn't know what to do. Like I just did not know what to get him, and I like completely failed. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, but you tried.
But also I like just had a baby, so that was my excuse. But.
It's like the effort that was there. Like the thought is what counts when you like give somebody a gift. And it could be the littlest, tiniest thing. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't even need to like, money doesn't matter, like anything. But like the thought that like, I want to get you something.
Definitely.
To make you feel special. Yeah. He
100%.
didn't do that for me, but I have a story, okay?
Yeah.
3 months later, because someone...
After your birthday?
Yeah. One of his friends like, you didn't get her a birthday present? And somehow it came up. I never said anything about it because I was like, that just sounds like greedy.
Yeah.
And it was after Mother's Day. And he took me to a store and he was like, can you help me pick out sunglasses for my grandma? I was like, yeah, absolutely. He was like, I just want a woman's perspective to see like what would look good on her and stuff. So I was like, oh, like, absolutely. That would be easy because I knew his grandmother and stuff. And like, I figured, you know.
Yeah.
I would know like somewhat of her style.
Yeah.
So I picked out these glasses that I thought were like cute for her.
Yeah.
And he got them. And it was like, here's your birthday present.
What the heck? That is, like, really weird.
That is weird. And I was like,
so
weird. I love them. But, like, in my head, I was like...
I picked these for your grandma?
I picked these for your grandma. Like, these are not my style.
Oh, my God.
But I was like, obviously, I never said that.
That's so weird.
Is that weird?
I feel like there's so many other ways to, like, figure out, like, if you don't know what to get, there's, like, so many other ways.
3 months later, I would have preferred nothing.
Yeah. Like, literally just Pinterest. Like, look it up. Like... And you're his girlfriend, like, he should know just, like, something small.
Well, like, he knew, like, notes, letters, like, things like that.
Yeah.
Are, like, meaningful to me.
Yeah.
Not grandma sunglasses.
Dang, that's really weird.
I hope you guys don't think I'm, like,
no.
greedy.
Oh, my, no.
But it's just, like, the thought.
No, yeah, that's ridiculous. If, or at least for me, I guess, if they're not physically affectionate or they're, like, only physically affectionate when they want it to lead to something else. That is a major red flag. Because, like, that's just annoying. I don't know. At least for me, that's just, like, a red flag. I know, like, not all people, like... Because I guess that's, like, a love language, like, physical touch.
Yeah, everybody has their...
Yeah. But I feel like that's a red flag for me. Like, if they, like, just aren't really, or if they only are.
So, like, when they
sex.
Only do it on their time.
Yeah, on their time, like, when they want sex out of it.
Yeah.
Which is, like, I feel like a lot of guys. But, like,
I just know... a lot of guys.
Like, I know my first... relationship, like, that was, like, an issue for me, is, like, I felt like he just, like, wasn't physically affectionate, and whenever he was, like, I would be like, oh, like, so sweet, and then it would always, like, just be because he wouldn't.
Yeah, I think that's a red flag,
like
too.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be a balance.
Definitely.
I feel like this is very generic, but just, like, being controlling.
Yeah.
Anything along that line is just...
Ick, red flag,
yes.
bye.
Not good. Not healthy.
No. tells you what to wear or makes like even just makes indirect comments about like what you're wearing.
Yeah.
Like if they don't want to like, because I mean like Layla's dad would literally tell me that I couldn't wear leggings to school. Like
disturbing.
Yeah, very weird. But even if he was like afraid to like actually say like don't wear that or like you can't wear that or whatever, he would like make some kind of comment like, oh, you're wearing that, or like,
yeah, just like very indirect.
Yes, but like I feel like that's just
that.
disgusting. Like Logan would never ever make comments on like what I wear like in a negative way unless he's like,
and like that like goes with like posting like
posting pictures. Definitely.
I hate when guys do that because I'm like, I don't like, my Instagram is very like
clean
for the most part.
Definitely.
Like don't tell me what to post.
Definitely. If I post a picture like because my butt looks good in it, Logan's like, damn, your butt looks good in that. And he's not like, why would you post that?
Exactly. Like hype up your girl. Don't be jealous.
Yeah.
Like and controlling of it.
Exactly.
That's my thoughts. And like same with what you're wearing.
Definitely.
Like be like, yeah, that's mine and I'm the one that gets that.
Exactly. And I'm proud of it.
Exactly. When guys like try to hide you, like
from their friends and like
and their
other
family
people.
And stuff. So like my first relationship, I was 15. He was 18. And he would like only come over to my house. We would do like nothing else besides like maybe go get Chipotle or something here or there.
Mm-hmm.
But like he would just come and hang out at my house. He wouldn't post me. He like, I don't even know if he really told his friends about me. And I do remember this one time he was like, yeah, I told one of my friends. And he made a joke like, oh, go pick her up from the school bus. Like, and I think that's why he like,
because you were younger.
Yeah.
Well, that's weird then. Like, don't, if you're like embarrassed about it and you wouldn't like be willing to justify and be like, she's cool, like it's not, then
exactly,
that's a red flag.
Yeah, so I'm like trying to hide you is
and
like,
it's honestly weird. Like then he probably thinks the same thing. Like, oh, she's kind of too young for me, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
So weird.
That's very weird.
But don't do that because it's like
and regardless of like the age thing, like also just like if you're not proud of the person that you're with, like then
don't be with them.
Yeah, they get mad when other guys flirt with you or like come on to you, even if you reject them.
Yes.
Like guys in my past would get mad at like that I was dating would get mad at me if like another guy would like,
or if they like comment
DM me or comment something or like Snapchat me. Yeah, I'm like, they Snapchatted me, like I didn't, like
it's not like you initiated it.
Yeah, and so that kind of behavior kind of made me more like, it kind of pushed me away. Yes, rebellious, definitely, because I was like,
when you're too sensitive.
Oh, that's so mean.
I know.
Well, it depends on the circumstances.
Just
I guess.
like, yeah, I guess it's more like personal preference, but like,
oh, I feel like a good balance. Like I feel like it's good when guys like are in touch with their sensitive
I would want them to be like sensitive, like with me and like our kids.
True.
But like if you're just sensitive overall to things, like if I can't like be mean, funny to you, or like take my jokes and stuff. Facts. You're not gonna work.
Yeah, true. Okay, I agree.
Or if you cry a lot, like, sorry, but I just can't deal with that shit.
That is red flag. Men's mental health matters. Here's an interesting one. I used to think this was the hottest thing ever.
Oh, jeez.
And like I was like, yes, this is so cool. They want to get like, or they always like, yeah, I guess they like want to get in physical fights over you. Not that they want to, but they always like will like resort to like getting in a physical fight over you. Like a guy looks at you funny, or a guy like comes on to you and like they. You think it's hot?
Yes.
I used to think that too. But like back when I was younger, like guys, I would think it was like super hot if like a guy was like, oh, this guy flirted with you, like I'm gonna go beat him up.
I still do.
That's weird.
I know. I'm like, please fight him.
I feel like it's like one thing, like I feel like it's more attractive to like know that they would be capable of like beating up some guy that's an asshole to you, but like not doing it because it's like,
no, it had to be like good circumstance for it. Like if someone like touched me,
okay, yes,
I would want them to go beat the fuck out of that person, 100%. And win.
Yes,
you know.
Yeah.
Now if you lose, I might go in with the other guy. No, just kidding.
Oh my god. Okay,
Say a little story.
Okay, so back like when I was like 15, we just like cut the cameras and I like told the story. Not gonna lie. So when I was 15, I like had just gotten out of my first like longer relationship and then was like kind of having like a little crazy summer or whatever.
A little friendly summer
school year or whatever. And this guy that I had met at the beach like would beat up guys over me, I guess. Long story short. And I thought it was, like, super attractive. But then, like, in reality, it was, like, kind of dumb, like, the first time. But then another time, he actually, like, saved my life, pretty much.
Yeah.
Not really. It was actually, like, under good circumstances.
Yeah.
But if it's just
Good for
over,
him.
like, yeah, definitely. But if it's just over, like, I don't know, like, I showed
If it's over jealousy, like,
yes.
But if it's over something, like, good.
Yeah. Then it's like, wow.
Damn.
My hero. Prince Charming. Anyway.
Fuck me now, please.
Okay.
Next.
Go ahead, Madison.
I would say when they don't, like, follow through with anything. So it's just, like, that cycle.
The inconsistency.
Yes. And it's, like, a cycle of, what's it called?
Abuse?
Pretty much.
Well,
that was my last relationship.
Yeah.
Cycle of mental abuse.
Yeah, no, but it definitely is. It's, like, getting your expectations up and, like, you think it's going to be better and then they don't actually.
Yeah, so you have, like, a conversation and you think they're listening and then it's, like, good for, like, a day to a week and then it just goes back to what it is.
Exactly.
And they really weren't listening. Like, they didn't validate you at all.
Yeah, which is what I was saying. I feel like we talked about this the other episode, like, the difference between, like, communication and actual understanding.
Yes.
Okay, here's another one. Like, they overly try, like, this is more of, like, a first date kind of, like, red flag. Try too hard to impress you and, like, just brag about themselves and, like talk about themselves. Yeah, kind of. But just, like, even, like, I feel like there's also ways that guys will do it without being super just, like, sounding like they're conceited, but still it's just kind of obvious that they're just, like, talking about themselves so much and trying to, like, make themselves sound really good. Like, I feel like it's so much more attractive if they are, like, humble and, like, interested in you. And
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you do try too hard, it's kind of a turnoff.
Definitely.
Like, it should be more casual and just, like...
Yeah, exactly.
You know, getting to know each other rather than be, like, pitching yourself.
Right. Like, that's what I find weird. It's like, why do you have to try so hard?
Please don't pitch yourself. Like, if I'm on a date with you, obviously you've done something.
Yes.
To, like...
Yeah, like, this isn't, like, a business meeting.
Yeah.
They constantly need to be around friends and, like, doing social things. I feel like that's a little bit of red flag.
I agree, because I like to have my time.
Yeah, like, and I feel like showing that you, like, can do things independently on your own and, like, it's just, like, you have good personal, I don't even know what you call it.
Yeah, just independence.
Independence, yeah.
Yeah. It's a good trait to have.
Yeah.
Because then you also know they're not going to be dependent in the relationship.
Exactly. You know, they're, like, not going to be dependent on you and not going to, like, just, like, constantly need to have friends around and stuff.
I agree. Yeah.
Well, that was our last red flag. Comment down below or...
your red flags.
Yeah, or on our socials. We'll
have a thread.
Yeah, we'll do a thread on Instagram or whatever. Comment your biggest red flags.
Make them good.
Yeah, make them good.
Or if you agree with any of ours, or even if you disagree, like, let us know.
Comment what you think the most relatable red flag was.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope maybe some of you guys out there that are in red flag relationships will get out of them before.
Yeah, really pay attention to
it goes too far.
Because sometimes you just, like, you just don't see them.
Yeah, don't be blinded by silly things.
Listen to our podcast, guys.
Yeah, we're here to help you.
Make sure to tune in every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time for weekly episodes.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye. Bye.